Welcome back to Kicking It Back. Today is Tuesday, March 29th, and we have a great interview for you today. Today, we are going to be switching roles a little bit with some of the guests we've had on in the past.
This past week, we asked a handful of our previous guests to send us in a video of them asking us a question that we will answer live today on the podcast. It has been killing us, absolutely killing us to watch these videos, but we have refrained. For once, they are going to put us on the spot as we do to them plenty of other times. I think we should just dive right in.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm very anxious. We actually haven't listened to a single one of these, so we don't know. We might promote one and then have to cut it out. We don't know how bad these questions are. I'm excited, Preston. This was a great idea on you. This was all you. I'm going to give you all credit to you for this episode.
I think there's potential here for some great content. I'm just nervous what the questions are going to be.
It's going to be on the spot. Let's get into the first one. Who do we got? Who's number one?
We got Noah Heron. Let's roll.
Hey guys, it's Noah Heron from season 3, episode 1. And my question for you guys is, what is the best part about starting your podcast? And what is the worst part that you've experienced throughout the last year?
Wow. Good question. Good one to rip it off on.
Great question. Honestly, the best part, I think we've said it a bunch of times, but it's definitely just meeting all the people, sitting down and having genuine conversations like Noah Heron said in his episode. That was awesome conversation. Thanks again for sitting down with us. I'll let you give your best part while I think of the worst part.
Yeah, the best part, you said, not only meeting the people, but like hearing stuff. Like Noah's one of my best friends, and like I've heard stuff in that episode that I didn't know about him and, just his life. So I think that's really cool. You kind of get that experience of like, getting to dig deeper with people if they're willing to open up with you. But that's kind of the atmosphere we like to create on Kicking It Back. We don't want people to be kind of like nervous, all that stuff. We like to kick it back. So I think that's the coolest part. The worst part's got to be all the BS that goes with it, right? Like the Instagram, the shirts. Like, not that we don't like that stuff. It's fun, but man, it's a pain in the ass. It's like running any business.
Yeah, that's up there. But I also think the worst part, and this is out of our control, is that we aren't in the same location. If we could be in the same spot doing in-person interviews all the time, our engagement on those just elevates to the next level.
Yeah, I agree. I couldn't agree more. I think that's fair. I mean, the positives overweigh the negatives, though, I'd say, most of the time. Like, there's some times where you're like, damn, like when the hoodies come in and they're the wrong color, it gets a little frustrating, man. Like, it's fun, but like, we were like, damn, now we got to do what's ethically right. Like,
yep.
But yeah, so, great question, Noah. It's always good to hear from you. Check out his episode, Win the Day with Noah Heron, season 3, episode 1, right?
Yeah. His episode was a great way to kick off season 3.
Yeah, it was, dude. Tell me about it.
Yeah.
All right, bet. We got number 2. That was good. This is fun, man. I'm excited, like I mentioned, to get to the second one now. All right, so number 2, we got Joey Webster. Let's hear what Joey has to ask.
What's up, guys? So you guys texted a few of us, I would assume, and said that we get to ask you guys some questions. So I had to sit and think what I was going to ask you guys, and I think I came up with a good one. So my question to you guys is, because, I know you guys are good dudes. I know you guys started this podcast, to make people laugh, make people smile, and, just to kick it back, just like it's called. So I want to know, where do you guys see Kicking It Back in the next 5 to 10 years? What do you guys bring into the community? What do you bring into your audience? What's the goals with Kicking It Back? We'd love to hear it, guys.
Nice.
That's another great question, man. That was, I want to know, Joey, because I know you're listening right now. How many times you rehearsed that? How many takes was that?
Because that was smooth.
Yeah, that was well worded.
It's almost like he's been in sales.
Yeah, you're telling us. If he cold called that was first take. Bow down to you. You should be the host of this, not us. Oh man, there's a lot in there though. 5-10 years from now.
5-10 years. That's tough to think about, just because living in the moment is kind of something that I think that we do well. It's almost like some people plan really far into the future and what it's going to look like, but I think we just take everything one day at a time. You brought up the idea of a golf outing for charity, possibly H2O or something like that. We've been involved in H2O the past couple of Christmases, and I think that's something that we both agree with and would like to continue to pursue that. So if we could give back in a bigger way, whether that's, just time or if that's a larger donation of some sort, I see us going that way in the upcoming future, next 1 to 2 years, 5 to 10. Hopefully this is what we're doing for a living, and we can actually impact some more people.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I can't word that one much better. We're the same. We're wired the same with this kind of stuff. We love giving back. We've given back a decent amount with Kicking It Back already. And I'll tell you what, our balance sheet was hard in the negatives last year. So it's not like we're doing this to make the money right away. 5 to 10 years, I would love to see us top of the food chain. I mean, I know that's stupid to say, but like, I know it's cliche, I guess a good, better way to word it. But like, I want people to like go to top of the charts and they see our two dumbass faces up there along with CNN. And you know what I mean? Like, it would make no sense, but it'd be sick. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like Joey kind of sparked that. Like, I loved when we asked him, what's the word? And we said, Joey Webster. And he said he just wanted to give back. Yep. Yeah. Philanthropist. Exactly. That stuck a lot on me. Like, I've been like, man, that like was a great answer. Like the fact that we're talking about this right now, like I remembered it shows you it sticks to you. Like, I thought that was great. Ideally, this is going to sound stupid though, but this is true. You know what? My ultimate goal, I want to give back so much. Okay. But like, that's just who we are. I don't want to do it for this reward, but this would be a cool reward. Okay. I want a cherry cake donut from Donutland with the chocolate frosting on the top to be named Amalio. And I reached out to him and asked how much money. I said I would overpay for it. Right. I told him, I said, I'll overpay to have that donut named after me. I want people to come in and order Amalio. They were like, oh, that's not what we're about. We don't do that. We never have. We never will. I'm like, that's a great answer. So now my goal is I'm like, I want to do so much right in the community and everything that like they do it. You know what I mean? They make the exception. I think that'd be so cool. Like an iconic place like that in the community. I don't know. It sounds dumb, but that's what I got to add.
The only issue I see with that in your future is that we don't know how long you're going to be in Brunswick. So I know you're going to make an impact wherever you go, but this community, we don't know if it's going to be here, but you're going to end up wherever you're supposed to. At the end of the day, if you're supposed to have a donut named the Malio, I guess that's going to happen.
For sure. Yeah, I guess I get you, but like, it's always home. Like no matter where I move in the country, Brunswick's always home. It's going to be always number one on my list. Like it's where I grew up. It's where I made my friends. It's where I've done everything. It's where I started a podcast that eventually is going to be number one in the world. Leisure Podcast. True. I always check the charts on Apple. I'm like waiting for us to crack in there just to get into those top. I think they do top 200 for Leisure Podcast. So I want to sneak in there. Like we're not. Well, I don't know.
I got an email the other day saying that we were like 205. So I think we're close. So everyone be on the lookout for that.
I mean, if everyone goes to the page right now and leaves a review, maybe we peak 200s. That's all I'm saying.
True.
A lot of podcasts out there. A lot of podcasts. Great. I'm excited, dude. I'm like giddy right now. This is an awesome episode. This might be the coolest thing we've got to do.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3, we got everybody's favorite, Howie Gross. Now, we don't know with Howie what this is going to entail. So, stay with us here.
Yo, question for the Kicking It Back boys. I promise I wouldn't ask a political question. We all know Preston is a huge Sleepy Joe fan and actually worked on the campaign trail with him. So, not going to go there, but I will say that over the last year or so, your following has grown substantially, and you guys are doing a great job, and it seems like everybody gives you a lot of support. I'm curious as if you have any quote-unquote haters, and if you do, or doubters, or people that say you guys aren't great, how you deal with that, and does it get to you, or do you really not even care? Other than that, check out gross-inv.com to learn more about how you can make your money work for you. That's a plug. You guys enjoy. Have fun.
That's great. That's great. I gotta love Howie.
He had to toss in the little politics in there. He had to. It's just Howie. It's just how it happened.
It's who he is. Whatever. Let him be. Everyone can be their own person. Howie's Howie. I mean, no one can tell Howie he tried to please anyone in this world. I will say that.
No. That's for sure. He's going to do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yep. That's a great question, though, with people, haters and whatnot. I would say not recently. I mean, we don't have too many people DMing us, right?
I mean, I would say that we aren't big enough for someone to be like, fuck you, man, you have the worst podcast ever. I mean, when we dropped our first episode, we actually had like 8 to 10 hate comments on it, but whatever. Yeah, I don't think we're big enough to the point where people are going out of their way to like try to ruin our day or whatever. But I mean, that there's people that don't support us. Like we went to school with, we graduated with almost 700 kids. Like not all those people support us. And I'm not saying they all should. I'm just saying that there's definitely some people that are like, nah, this is the worst, stupidest idea they've ever had, whatever. That doesn't get to me personally. Because every time that we do get a good comment, that just fires me up.
For sure. No, I agree. I get what you mean. I couldn't agree more. I'd say like at first we started with a lot, but there was a lot of jealousy that went on. And I know it sounds stupid, and I'm not trying to say people were like, oh, I want to be Preston and Jaret. That's not at all like what I'm getting at by that. What I'm saying is like a lot of people say they want to do things, whether that's jump off a building like Johnny DeJulius, or they want to start the investment company like Howie Gross, or they want to start a podcast like Jaret and Preston. Not everyone actually goes and does that thing. We actually took the steps and we're like, we said we were going to do it. A month later, we were uploading an episode. Like we actually did what we needed to do. So I think some jealousy brings along with that, because people are like, oh, that's dumb. That's never going to work. Whatever. We heard a lot of that from all the kids at Ohio State when we were sending out links, and, maybe we have a couple people listening. I mean, our following is still really strong in Columbus. So, I mean, it's got to be somewhat, but so I'd say at first there was a lot. Now, when we were getting the growing, there was a lot of people. I mean, you get the people that are going to say, oh, I'm going to buy your hoodie, and then they never buy your hoodie, that kind of stuff. But it is what it is. I mean, our goal.
Wait. Speaking of that, kickingitback.net. I mean, 1 year anniversary shirts are still up. Go buy them. All right, continue.
Yeah, that was a good plug there. We got some cool stuff coming. That's another plug right there. Stay tuned. But no, I'm sorry. Like, we're just not the people that are going to have someone say something about us on like in a comment section or a DM, and we're going to be like, oh, damn, I'm losing sleep over that. Like, it sucks. Like, okay, man, I'm sorry we hurt your feelings or we did something to you, but
we grew up with too rough of a friend group to let comments honestly like hurt us. You would have to say some fucked up shit for me to be like, damn, that hurt.
100%. Whatever. All right. Next question we got from everybody's favorite reoccurring guest, Tom Call. I have no idea what this is going to entail, so let's get into it.
What's up, guys? It's your favorite Kicking It Back big man, Tommy Call here. Just want to check in with the host for a couple quick questions. Preston and Jerry, you guys have done a great job of kicking it back so far. It's been awesome to listen to, awesome to see you guys grow, but we're going to do a little self-reflection right now. I want you guys to list the best skill that you think each other has, and then what's one skill each of you can work on for the future. Can't wait to listen. Keep it up, boys.
Wow.
That was good. These questions.
Tom dug deep for that one. That was good.
He said he was very curious to hear the answers, and I'm like, listen, man, I can't listen until we actually go live. Like, I'll let you know when we go. That's good. So it's one skill we think the other person does well, and another something we can each work on.
Yeah. I think we're doing it for each other, right?
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
All right. So Preston, I think, could increase his looks. We're going to start right away with I know I'm joking. All right. Something that Preston does really well. This is tough, man. I'm on the spot here.
Something you do really well. One thing I do well since I do it all well.
No, I'll say the one thing you do well, which I lack, so I think it works great. Your organization's phenomenal. I'd say you're always like, you know what I mean? Like, we were about ready to film today. I was a little busy during the day. I jump on right at 2:00 and there's a list made of like what we need to be talking about on the episode, all kinds of little pointers. Like, your organization is top notch. I can give you that. Like, that's kind of like what helps, you know what I mean? When I suck at something, I can open up and say I suck, but you're always like right on it. Hey, this needs to be posted this time. Okay, I'll handle it. Thanks, buddy. Like, I'd say your organization is top notch.
For sure. I think the thing that you're really good at is you lead a lot of the interviews. There's two people to a podcast, but I think obviously you have that talking trait. You talk a lot. But you definitely are very good at the transitions in the podcast and just the whole 9 yards with the speaking portion. I think that if I had to lead all the podcasts, this thing wouldn't still be going. So I'm very thankful that you're a part of this.
No, I appreciate that, brother. Like you said, I will add, when we are filming together, it's a lot more fluent. It's a lot harder for us on Zoom to be able to figure out who's asking the next question. There's a lot of like talking over each other and stuff. Yeah. Where when we're in person, like, it rarely happens because we could tell by just eye contact who's going. Like, I could tell just by the look in your eye, like, you got something you want to get, rip at the guy.
You can see the gears turning in their head.
Yeah, exactly.
About to come.
And that we both do that really well. Like, I'll toot up both of our horns there in person. Something Preston can work on. I don't know. Fucking.
Getting off your dick about posting shit or something.
No, you have to do that though. Like I suck at stuff. Like I'm like terrible. I get so like I have so many things going on, and like so do you. You're better at like knowing one's what, and I'm like stuck on one thing trying to get into the net. Like I'll be honest. Like I'm terrible at that stuff. Like it's not even like I'm like trying to defend myself here. I could get better at that. Something you can get better at. That's tough, man. I guess I don't really think about it. I'd have to think. You got something for me while I think? I have to think, dude.
You already called yourself out on it, just the time management thing, but that's
the defense mechanism. I knew where you were going to go, so I was like, I got to take the shot at myself. I think something Preston could do better at as well and this is going to sound stupid, but I would say something you can definitely do better is like give yourself more credit. I feel like you're very hard on yourself with everything. And I'm not even saying with the podcast, like I'm saying literally with life, you're always up your ass and you always feel like you need to be doing the next, you know what I mean? Like, and that's great. But sometimes you got to sit back and smell the roses. You got to enjoy where you're at. You got to go do this. You got to go do that. Have some fun. You know what I mean? Like, and like I said, I get that that's where you're at in your life and you want to just keep going for the next thing. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But sometimes I feel like you get so caught up in the drive that like you sometimes don't appreciate what's around.
You're so right. 100% right.
Like, I think that's fair.
I was telling Sam the other day, like, I think that like some people are going to struggle with alcohol problems. Some people are going to struggle with drug problems. I think the biggest thing I'm going to struggle with is closing my computer. Like there are days where like, I get up at 8 and I haven't turned my computer off until 9 at night. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I haven't checked TikTok once today. What am I doing?
Yeah.
That is definitely a flaw that I have.
Yeah. Go take the trips, go see the world, go do something, whatever it is you want to do. Just find some time. You can weasel in a couple hours and be like, hey, I need to go do this.
Yeah. You're right.
That was a good question, Tom. I wasn't expecting you. I thought we were going to get something about the Deshaun Watson or something. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, bro. Who do we got next? Oh, Jinx. Spider-Man gif. Pat? We're on Pat?
Patrick Brennan.
Pat's got 2, okay? He sent me 12 videos. I want to make this clear. He goes, I'm going to love the one I want you to do first. I'm going to like the one I want you to do second, and the rest you can just watch later. He sends me 12 videos. I'm thinking he's going to send me like a couple. He sends me 12, and then he doesn't love or like either. I'm like, Pat. And he's like, oh, hold up. And he like goes back and has to rewatch them. So, all right, let's hear what Pat has to say. Number 1.
Hey, guys, this is Patrick here from Name That Sound and also Christmas Trivia. I have a question for the Kid Boys. My question to the Kid Boys is, if you guys could have any chip in the world, one chip for the rest of your life, what would the chip be?
Yeah.
All right, Pat. Interesting question. I like the change of pace. Yeah, dude. Spider-Man gif. We're on it today. One chip for the rest of my life.
Can a Cheez-It be considered a chip or no? Is that a cracker only?
That's a cracker. I ain't counting crackers.
Okay. No. All right.
Chip.
Purple Doritos. Sweet
Purple
and spicy
Doritos.
chili or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Okay. I don't eat a lot of chips. I'm going to have to say Pringles are underrated. I'm not going to say Pringles, but I'd say Pringles are up there for underrated. I will add, I think I'd go tortilla chip. I don't know. I like Mexican restaurants. I like food. Like you make nachos. You can do all kinds of stuff. Not that you can't do that with your purple Doritos. Yeah. Like I just think, I don't know. I like tortilla chips.
Yeah. All right. That's a good answer. All right.
And you're going purple Doritos. Yeah. Who knows?
My second question for the Kid Boys is, if you could be an Olympic athlete in any sport, winter or summer, what would the sport be and why?
All right, Pat. Olympian sport. I have a professor who is an Olympian arm wrestler. And you know what?
Way.
I think that'd be pretty cool. Like, I'm going to be honest. Like, don't mess with me. I'm an arm wrestler. I'd probably say boxing, though, because then I know how to fight really well.
Yeah, that would be cool. Damn. Is that called slap boxing where they slap the shit out of each other? Is that a sport in the Olympics or not?
I don't know if it's an Olympic sport. It wouldn't shock me if it was, but I know that that's a sport. I don't know if it's an Olympic sport.
Yeah.
But why would you want slap boxing? You want to get hit?
No, but like if I was the champ at it, that'd be fucking badass. Like, do you see how hard they get hit? Like the winners that don't fall. Like, I don't know.
That's fair. I mean, you could do Olympic basketball, and then you're just in the NBA because those guys aren't in the NBA.
Can you see this like black lines next to me?
Yeah, dude.
No?
Whole episode.
Really?
Whole episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I was going to tell you that after. Regardless. All right. Great questions out of Pat. Next one. Who do we got as our last? Is this the final one? We got one more question.
This is the final one. And this one was a tough one to get. I can't lie. He's a busy man, but he always pulls through for us. We got Johnny DeJulius.
We had to reach out to his manager to get this video.
Yeah, he's got a manager now. What the fuck?
No tomorrow, my ass.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
All right, let's hear it.
What's up, motherfuckers? I got a good question for you guys from sunny Las Vegas. My question is for Preston. If there was a little red button, you probably have seen the movie, right? But I'm going to change it up a little bit. If there was a little red button, you press it, you get, I don't know, $10 million right on the spot. But if you press it, that means Jaret could never talk again. Podcast over. He's done. He's cooked. He could never do a podcast again. Press it, you get $10 million. But that means Jaret has to shut up the rest of his life. Would you press it? I want to know if you'd press it. Would you crush your best friend's dreams of being a major podcast but take that $10,000 bag? Or would you put that $10,000 aside so Jaret can keep running that mouth of his?
Yeah, I think it was 10. We'll say 10 million. 10,000.
Yeah.
I know you're not shutting me up for 10K. I hope not.
No. But Johnny, I've been trying to shut this guy up for the past 10 years. If you're giving me 10 mil to do it, I'm going to be like, red button. Give me that fucking money, baby. Jared's never talking again.
That is awesome. What a question, especially after you complimented my way I keep the interviews rolling. Now you're gonna fucking hit a button and shut me up.
That was before the 10 million was in the picture.
That's awesome. That was a good question. I mean, I like the putting someone on the spot there. He said, I'm targeting Preston.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
great.
that was good.
Oh man, what is the button? I mean, at what price would you want me to hit the button to where you couldn't talk ever? Lou?
Can you still hear me good? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like such a good, I don't know.
I feel like if you're getting generational wealth, pending I hit a certain age. So if I'm like 80, and I'm like kind of like, you could hit a button for, I guess my price, I'm gonna like devaluate. Like right now when I'm 23, I'd be kind of sad if you hit a button. I was just like,
yeah, right.
How awkward would I be in a podcast interview just sitting there?
Yeah. This is Jared. He doesn't talk.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But in all seriousness, I'm not hitting that red button if that helps.
Thanks, man. I don't think I could either. We'll figure out another way to make 10 mil.
Yeah.
When we're top one podcast in the world.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to shut you up, but
yeah,
I got you.
All right, cool. That was fun. We're gonna have to do that again. Reach out to more of our past guests. We only reached out to a few. We got the over-unders. We got 2 quick over-unders real fast. Let's debate real fast, and then we got a special hypothetical this week.
For sure, let's do it.
All right, over-under number 1, we got plastic straws. Be careful. The environmentalists out there, Preston, are going to hate you if you answer underrated.
I know. I'm not too worried because I don't think our audience is, leaning that way. But I'll be honest. They are so underappreciated and underrated. Once you get a paper straw, you will never, ever want to go away from a plastic straw. Plastic straws, amazing. Paper, horrible. The worst idea ever. Sorry, turtles. Love turtles. Great guys. Still going with the plastic straws.
Now, I'm going to have some people that are going to probably hate me for this comment. That's all right. How the hell are these plastic straws killing turtles? Like, why are they eating these things?
I don't know. And why is it just plastic straws? There's that like the easiest thing to blame.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just look at it like if Jerry, your neighbor turtle, right? Say if I'm Jaret the turtle and there's Jerry next door. If I watch Jerry eat a straw and he dies, I'm not going to be like, oh, I need to get me some of that. Right. I don't know. I think it's kind of their fault at this point. You could say, oh, they're just animals. I don't know. We're kind of just animals. We've kind of just progressed into humans. Mm-hmm. All I'm saying is I think it's the turtle's fault, not our straw fault.
Yeah.
So
don't like it. Get smarter.
Underrated.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Next one.
Next one. This one, I have the same stance pretty much. Chapstick.
Oh, I'm going overrated.
No. Clearly, you've never had really, really, really chapped lips.
Oh, I have. And you know what? They'll heal. I
No.
hate chapstick. Hate it.
What, man?
Hate it.
When your lips are chapped, that sensation of putting the chapstick on, oh my God, it's to die for.
The smell, the feel, I hate everything about it.
Wow. I have chapstick in my pocket right now. Way underrated.
I couldn't tell you where the nearest chapstick is at. Probably CVS.
Wow. You really must not struggle with the chapped lips.
No, I'll go through a phase like going into fall, I think it is. Summer to fall. It gets like chapped with the wind and everything. But yeah, no chapstick for Jaret. Overrated.
Wow. I'm curious to see how that one does on Instagram.
Yeah, that'll probably, people will probably say underrated. I feel like a lot of people use it. It's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah. Weirdo.
All right. Then we got the hypothetical. Let's hear Cam. We're going to bring in Cam for this week's hypothetical. Let's hear it.
All right, boys. Hypothetical of the week. 2 options, rest of your life. Would you rather sleep in bed with jeans on for the rest of your life or in a recliner with whatever clothes you want?
All right. So what was that? It was just sleep in jeans.
Sleep in jeans in your bed or any clothes you want in a recliner for the rest of your life. I'm going to be honest. This is a hot take. I took a little nap, a little 30-minute-er a couple weeks ago, fell asleep in jeans, and it was the best sleep I've gotten in a while. I'm sure it has nothing to do with the jeans, but it was some fantastic sleep. I would rather sleep in bed with jeans on.
That is a take.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm like a sweaty sleeper. Like if I ever nap, I wake up drenched. Like that's why I hate napping.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm sleeping in jeans. Like,
yeah, but what if it's a shitty recliner? Okay. And it's one of those where like you fall asleep and it's laid back and you wake up and it's upright. You know, like it's just not staying down.
That's fair. Yeah, the back issues, I'd probably have to sleep in jeans. There's too many negatives with the recliner, I think, other than just the hot for the jeans.
Yeah.
So I get the comfortability, but I don't know. What if I threw in a jean jacket? You still sleeping in? You got to sleep in all denim. I think I'm going recliner.
I've never put on a denim jacket in my whole entire life, so I'm not sure how those feel. They feel like the jeans do, you know, like the pants situation. Yeah, that's tough. I don't know. I still feel like I need to try it on first.
Yeah. Madeline's always trying to tell me I need to start rocking a jean jacket. I'm like, Mads, listen, I think fashion's all about if you think you pull it off, right? Yeah, I don't think I could pull off the jean jacket, so I can't pull off the jean jacket, right? Like, I think you could pull off neon green shoes with an all black, outfit. If you feel like you're pulling it off, you'll make it work. I don't have the swagger for the jean jacket. I don't. Yeah,
I'm still in like the 6th grade boy phase where I'm still rocking sweats and a hoodie 90% of the time.
For sure. I mean, I'm a shoe guy, so I try to, you got to have some nice pants on for those shoes, make them pop a little bit. But I mean, I'm wearing sweats right now, so that was hypocritical. But
yeah. All
right. Thanks, Cam. Let us know what you guys think. DM us, do whatever. We're gonna have them pulled up. How's everything been, dude? The Browns got Watson. Listen, I wanna add, we do not promote sexual misconduct on this podcast. We never have, we never will. And you know what? If it is true that he did all those things, we are against Deshaun Watson. I want to start off by that. But I am so damn happy he's a Cleveland Brown.
Yeah. See, that's such a tough thing because here in America, we love that we have laws in place in the court system and everyone has the ability to have a fair trial and this and that. And it came out that he was innocent. So it's on one hand, it's like, well, he's innocent. But on the other hand, it's like 21 girls. Hard to believe that every single one of those girls are liars. I don't know how to feel. If he's throwing the football, I'll be happy. If he's not and some shit happens, then fuck you, man. You deserved it. I don't know.
Yeah. Like if actual evidence came out and they found like he was actually guilty, I would be, whatever. I'd be like, come on, get him out of here. Like, well, I'd rather have a Baker Mayfield back there that's not playing that well. It's just the honest truth. Like you could say whatever, but like we don't promote that stuff. Everyone knows that. Like no one's a fan of sexual misconduct, but that doesn't mean like you can't be a fan of the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, you shouldn't want the Browns to win more than you want those girls to have justice or whatever.
My favorite people, all right, we're going to take a shot at some people right now that are against the Browns. They're like, I can't root for them, right? They're like, I'm disgusted by them signing. Then they're like, I'm going to go root for the Bengals. I hate to break you the news. Yeah, I hate to break you the news. Go look up Joe Mixon inside of a Subway. I promise you're not going to be a Bengals fan after that video.
Yeah. And I hate to break it to you. If you rooted for the Browns last year with Kareem Hunt on the team, I'm sorry, but regardless of what she said, he punted her.
Yeah.
He punted her.
I got told about Kareem Hunt. Someone was like, well, he came out. He apologized. He manned up. He went to therapy. I was like, he got caught on video. What was he supposed to do? Just be like, yeah, I didn't do it. Like, come on. Like, oh, man.
That's like someone saying, Deshaun apologized. He went to therapy. He didn't mean to do it to those 21 females. Like, come on. Get out of here. You're so hypocritical if you can't root for the Browns right now because you rooted for him last year and Kareem Hunt was on the team.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though. Andrew Berry, Stefanski, and Watson had their press conference today. And playing football, if Deshaun Watson gets on the field, will be the easiest thing he has to do after that press conference. Because I'll tell you what, sitting up there and answering those questions reminded me why I'm not in that business, dude. I don't know if I would have been able to make the move after listening to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope that whatever happens, though, justice is served. Like, I hope that if he actually is innocent, and clearly there's some truth, like you said, but 22 people don't all lie. You know, maybe they are all bag chasing. Maybe they're exaggerating stories, but like there's some truth there. Okay. I'm not against that, but like, were they really against it? Did they feel forced? You know, why do they all use the same lawyer? There's other questions that are like, it's a little fishy. Like it seems
they all use the same lawyer.
And it's the neighbor of the old owner. And all this came out after Deshaun Watson requested a trade. So I get why people would be like, oh, this is weird. Like,
okay, I don't know. That part I didn't know. That's a little suspicious.
Yep. And from the start, I want to defend Deshaun Watson, even though, you know, like I said, if he is guilty of this stuff, I hope he never plays a snap for the Cleveland Browns. But on top of that, he welcomed the police in from the beginning, said, I didn't do anything wrong. Whatever you want to investigate, let's investigate. He was never caused a scene. His girlfriend stayed with them and defended him the whole time, which, don't get me wrong, maybe she's just attracted to the money, whatever. I don't know. This could be a hot take, but I'm just saying. Are they
still together? Do we know?
I believe they're still together. Someone told me. I'm not going to say I'm certain on that, but I believe they're still together.
Because that kind of speaks volumes.
And from what I heard, she's like a model or something, so she has money. So like
You're
that.
Right. And she could find someone else.
Exactly. Like, yeah. So, you know, I'm just saying I get why people wouldn't like Deshaun Watson, but at the end of the day, he's found innocent. All these charges are getting dropped. Like they're saying there's inconsistency with the stories. You know, there originally was, but there's also the other side where people are like, why did you go see 20 different massage therapists? That's a valid question, man. I get he's saying like, you know, it's a different world. I see both sides. That's what I want to say. So I hope justice is served. I hope whatever happens. I'm just happy the Browns were somewhat relevant. They just like tried to get better regardless of background. They said they did their research. There's also the people that are going to say they didn't even contact the women. Apparently their attorneys advised them not to do that. Okay. I want to just defend the Browns there. You don't just call them, but hey, what happened with Deshaun? Like, that's not what you do. Like,
yeah. And at that time there was still like a trial going on. The women weren't going to be like, yeah, actually, here's the evidence. Like that's just not how that works.
Yep. But, you know, and I'll speak for you and I am both on this, and then we'll just drop it for the history of this podcast. But maybe not. Like, we're Browns fans. This is what I was going to say. We're Browns fans. It didn't matter if Deshaun Kaiser was behind center or if Deshaun Watson was behind center. We've rooted for the Browns since day one. They're our home team. That's just how we were raised. We like Browns football. This has nothing. We don't promote what they're saying Deshaun Watson did. That's not at all. Like, we're allowed to support the guy and be like, not support the guy, but we're allowed to support the team and be like, if something came out when they were like, yeah, he's guilty, then we'd be like, all right, dude, then get him the hell out of here. Like, who cares? Like,
he should be in jail.
Yeah, it would suck for $230 million guaranteed. But like, do you think the Browns would have given him that if they actually felt that he did it? Do you think Dee Haslam, the wife of Jimmy Haslam, sat down with Deshaun Watson and was like, yeah, we should sign this guy, even though I know he's a guilty, lying son of a bitch. Like, I don't know. That's all I can say.
Yep, I agree. And on today's episode of Kicking It Back, Jaret and Preston play investigator, and they come to no conclusion.
Tell Deshaun to come sit down with the boys. We'll have a time. We'll kick it back. We'll get him an underrated hoodie. We'll get him the brown and orange one.
You see our boy was in a picture with Deshaun last night?
Yeah, dude. Greg Newsom's the man. For anyone, regardless of if Newsom comes on this show or not, he's the guy. I love that motherfucker. Love him. Awesome. Love him. I'm going to clip this so I can send it to him and be like, hey, check out our podcast this week, buddy. Get on here. All right, regardless, song of the week, real fast. We got Just a Cloud Away by Pharrell Williams. Great song. It's on TikTok. I'm sure you've heard it, but it's just a good, vibey, upbeat
vibe.
Come on. After all that tense conversation we just had, it'll lift you up at the end of this episode. You'll be like, all right, I don't completely hate these sons of bitches.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Anything else you want to add?
I don't think so, man.
Still living the dream.
Great episode. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun, dude. Great idea. All props to you on this one.
I think that was a blast. We should do it with next season again. Have whoever else comes on.
Yeah, dude. We could do another one this season. There's all kinds of guests
we should start doing when people come on, we hold them hostage for a little bit and just ask them to, come up with the question real quick.
Yeah. We do a really good job of holding people hostage too.
Yeah. We usually lock the door.
Yeah. We're just like, all right, you calm down yet? We need to answer a couple questions. No, I'm joking. Hey, Preston, did you know movie trailers were originally shown after the movie, which is why they were called trailers? P-Dog, take us out.
Thanks for kicking it back. Preston and Jaret. Peace out.